Hey guys, this is Segef with Frontlinetactic, and this weekend is an ESO open beta weekend. Or not open beta, it's still closed beta. The NDA has been lifted, and they did send out a lot of beta keys for people to have friend invites, things like that. So they really want to just get it up there. And where I'm at right now is, I believe, a public dungeon is what they've added in the game, which is very reminiscent of like EverQuest, old EQ1, and I think some EQ2 before they really got into the instancing and things like that. And so, as you can see, there's a lot of people and players running around in this tiny little dungeon. I'll show you the map. So I have a quest to go find Jarkin right here. Might as well go into some of the other stuff. Here's inventory. It's pretty clean and nice. I do like how it has the different breakups, much like other Elder Scrolls games. I like that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, getting over kind of a phlegmy cough, cold thing going on. So, preemptive apologies for any more coughing and sneezing and such that it goes on. And as you can see, the items themselves look just like various Elder Scrolls games. I myself pretty much only played Skyrim, so this looks like Skyrim to me. I just never got into the other any of the other Elder Scrolls. I've had friends that played it and stuff like that and told me how great they are, but I myself never bought and got into it. So. And as you can see, it says made by Goretar, 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 Goretar. So yeah, just like traditional Goretar fashion, sword and board, and he makes his own armor. Now here's where it gets interesting. Where I want to, where this is where the wild builds can get made. So you have your class talents, which I put one into spiked armor. So basically I grow armor or grow spikes that gives me armor as well as a thorns ability for a short while. And then you can also go into, say, your weapon styles, which I've gotten puncture, which does damage and then kind of does a sunder armor, reduces the armor rating for 12 seconds, as well as taunts the target. Now this is the only skill that I've seen that taunts the target, so this means that tanks in this game are going to have to be skilled. And same with DPS and healers. Everyone's going to have to be skilled in mitigating themselves. So potentially having to have a DPS that's sturdy enough to handle a few hits while the tank is able to get a hold of the mob or the monster. Because there's not a lot of taunting or threat generating things in here. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know how all the threat gen and everything works yet. Then you have the different weapons and stuff, and it's just like Skyrim / Elder Scrolls style, that the more you use a skill or a type of weapon, the more it levels up and will give you skill points and your overall XP as well. Armor also functions the same way. Now this is where it gets kind of interesting in the. Maybe I'll save that for a different vid when I talk about the different builds and stuff, because there's a lot of ideas, as well as you have your trade skills, which function the same way. And then racials just unlock as you like level up. Alright, so let's do this. Oh yeah, and every class can sneak. But Goretar need not sneak. And at times I have a terrible difficulty telling player from NPC. And that's kind of a cool thing. Bottle? Okay. And you can just like loot random things sometimes. I can take cheese. Shift is to sprint, which as you can see eats up your stamina bar. Double tap to roll, take some of your stamina. Alright, picking up where we left off, basically from the crash. The ESO has stopped working, error happens quite a lot to me, and if you read the forums, if you're in the forums, happens to quite a few people, just a select few of people, and as far as I know, they still have not narrowed it down of what causes that. Alright, here we go again, basically right where we crashed looking into that hole. I'm not going to look in that hole just in case it's some kind of error that's connected to it. But jump over there. Find jargon. Ooh, search the sack. Don't want meat. Grave butcher. Alright. Stabby. Shield slam. And bam. Don't mind if I do. I will take the gold. Well, thanks for the assist, but don't need the help. For I am Goretar. So yeah, going with the standard heavy, basically tanky tank spec. All these things can be used for food, basically. Let's see, where's my map? Map. It's supposed to be somewhere. Find jargon. That's him. So maybe he's around here somewhere. Double tap. Double tap. Drift beans. Huh. Almost went through that. This is an elaborate dungeon. Food? I took generic food. Alright. Cold grilled capon. Stale capon tinish. So from what I understand, you can have one beverage and one food active. So let's eat the chicken. And I like this, the graphics of you actually eating the chicken. That is awesome. Alright. So we still have not found. No, laugh, she burned to death. Oh no. So we're to find this guy. Huh. I'm wondering if he is really far. Ow. Got tagged by that. Let's go exploring. I mean, yeah. That's what Goretar's supposed to be doing. Dungeon crawling. Aha! Found him. This guy's voice acting sounds really familiar. It sounds like the guy that does like all the Wolverine in all the cartoons. Alright. Open the cell. There we go. Knife freedom. Following. Where the hell is he? There he is. Okay then. Apparently that's the quest. It's kind of nice having like the giant public dungeons, but at the same time, it kind of sucks for the sheer fact that I mean you're constantly competing with folks. Hmm. Bam. Wind it up. So the controls are very similar to Elder Scrolls. There we go. Shiv. Um, but just like Elder Scrolls games, that if you can get a sneak attack off or stealth attack, it does massive damage. Ah, cool. Leveled up one hand. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Oh, in combat. Finished him up pretty quick. Uh, there we go. So as you can see that they were designing to make um, NPCs actually work together. And so that regard was the one guy tried to tank me and then throw down oil on the ground while the archer went and tried to do a flaming arrow to ignite the area. Now, you don't see it so much at lower levels, but it's supposed to be a much more of a thing come dungeons and things like that. The sole reason why I'm dual wielding right now is basically to basically get XP is really what it comes down to. Watch out. So that looks like the end of the dungeon. Oh, nope, here he is. Why not? Okay. So now we to find a side exit. Ah, here we go. Let's climb out. Hopefully this loads